What's up, everybody? This is Some Type of Artist, and welcome back to Let's Play Dot Hack GU Volume 2. In the last episode, we finished up a training mission that Alcade had suggested. Or maybe it was Adelie. Forget. I think it was Adelie, actually. But hey, now that that's done, we can do our next match in the tournament. And we're going up against Hiiragi.
So Hiiragi's our next opponent, huh?
You knew he was.
I think he was the 5th unit leader of the 7 castles.
You know he was! Nala just told us in the last episode. Like, I get why they repeat stuff so often in this about your objectives and stuff like that. Because, you know, you never know when you're going to stop playing and then when you're going to jump back in. But it is annoying. Especially since there's, like, a memoir, like, option that recounts what you just did. Official name, Whaling Capital, Walled Uber Listerine, the Momentary Flame. The official setting is the Land of the Dead, located underneath Indigat Lake, contains the castle of Cernosis, the Lord of the Dead. If you come here at 4:44:44 real-world time, you can hear a cat meowing. Oh well. Yeah, so that was the area we just went to, the Whaling Capital, Uber Listerine. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but that's how I always read it. So yeah, we also met with Nala last time too, just randomly in a lost ground because no one can ever discuss anything in person here. You just said that, Haseo! We know! God, they really like... Whatever, I don't care. Let's go fight somebody in a match. So Hiiragi is like, what I'm guessing is supposed to be like a transgender character that's a man that's trying to be a woman that's in love with Sakaki. I'm not actually sure. Like, to be perfectly honest, it all just feels like a bit outdated gag of like a guy in drag. I don't know. Hiiragi really is like such an unimportant part to this story that that's his like his only characteristic, that he's either supposed to be gay, or supposed to be a crossdresser, or supposed to be transgender. I don't know. Not saying anything against that. Don't really feel like I have to state that, but you never know with everybody's so sensitive online these days. I just kind of want to make that point clear. My main point I'm trying to make is that that's his only trait. Much like many GU's characters, they kind of rely on a single anime trope.
Isn't Adelie? Yes, from Moontree. Don't go easy on her just because she's in your guild.
Yeah, they call her a her,
Of course I won't.
even though it's clearly a man's voice.
Don't take everything so
So that's why I like first jumped to like transgender. I don't know. I'm still kind of confused about like appropriate terms to use in this kind of situation. But whatever. I just kind of talked over Adelie being kind of defensive against Alcade. Yeah, and I speaking of anime tropes, I don't really understand why. I don't understand, like, Japan's situation with alcohol. Because I've seen, like, so many times in anime where just, like, just merely drinking a beer is, like, a cardinal sin. And, like, that's something a character has to, like, constantly remind the drinking person of. Like, I don't know. Like, Antares is a fucking old legal adult. Like, why is it a big deal that he drinks? When has it ever really, like, been a thing where he, like, came to, like, the game drunk? That's what it should have been if they were, like, gonna keep on, like, mentioning Antares and alcohol, like, over and over and over again. Like, Antares should have been, like, one of those, like, what are they? Like, that drunk style of fighting? Yeah, that's what Antares should have been. Hiiragi is actually interesting to me from a gameplay perspective because there is a class in GU that has never really been mentioned or shown off until now, called the Macabre Dancer, and they fight using fans, and they're basically like a status mage. And Hiiragi is like one of the only times you see this until your own macabre dancer joins your party very late in Volume 3.
Girl, to say hello to her opponent like that. But then, are you really sure about being here? Did you make sure to ask Master Sakaki for permission?
Whoa! Even Moontree is,
Who's trying to crush her?
even Moontree is tough on Adelie for being in love with Sakaki so much.
And how might you be?
I like how he says that as if he didn't notice Haseo was there. Like, Adelie is behind Haseo. He can't have not noticed Haseo was there.
Too scary. I don't like it.
Are you messing with me here?
Looks like you've got no room to relax. Don't worry. I'll make sure we have lots and lots of fun.
That's good. We're playing a video game. We should be having fun.
You know, I've been thinking about this for a while. Ever since we met on the Ida server, there's been something about you that really tips me off, you know?
Believe me, I know.
So now that we're both at the arena, maybe I'll just take out all my frustrations on you.
Yeah, it's a shame Hiragi's not, like, used more, because... I don't know, I do think it's kind of funny that he tries to act, like, effeminate, but then he has, like, these, like, breaks in his composition where he just, like, drops the sweet voice and, like, does his, like, manly yell. Like, I think that's fun. I don't know. I wish... I don't know, it's like they try to build him up a little bit in Volume 2, but ultimately, it doesn't really, like, matter to anything at all. Like, honestly, Nala feels more relevant to this plot than Hiiragi does, and Nala's pretty irrelevant, all things considered, too. Like, I don't know. But anyway, like I was saying, as you can see, Hiragi's using fans, and they look kind of cool, actually. Like, I don't know what you'd call these types of fans. Like, it reminds me of Dynasty Warriors a lot, because I'm pretty sure there was several characters that used fans like these. And it is, like, a weapon type you don't see very often in an RPG. Like, if at all. Like, I can't think of, like, a single time other than Dynasty Warriors, which isn't even an RPG, where a character would use, like, a fan like this. That I appreciate, and, like... But, like... This is, like, the only time you're really gonna see them. Like, maybe if you get lucky, you'll fight a PK out in an area that's using them, but... It's just, it's very weird that GU would have a class that's so, you know, limited in when it shows itself. Because the character that you get that uses fans, like I said, doesn't come up until, like, very late in Volume 3, and while I appreciate the diversity in characters in Dot Hack, like, after a certain point, you kind of just stick with the same few people, you know? You don't really want to, like... start concentrating on using a different character. It's like a shame. It's just like another thing where like Dot Hack uses and doesn't go with. Like there's so much potential in this series that it just like doesn't do with. But I don't know. Rocky himself, like I said, he can be kind of funny with his like switching personality types, I guess. But I don't know. I guess that could also be viewed as offensive, just because he's transgender or whatever. And I don't know. It's confusing. It's not like it's here with any kind of like deep value or anything. It's like a shallow gag with him that's just, you know, there for the sake of being there. But yeah, Hiiragi, no big deal. That armor that Nala gave us to help against him, I thought was going to be more useful because, like I said, the Macabre Dancer is a status user. They specialize in status magic. So I thought maybe some of the effects on that armor were meant to, like, protect from them, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. Antares, we won the Demon Palace tournament. You shouldn't, like, keep talking down to us, like... You know, we're still the underdog.
No, Don't tell me Lord Sakaki! I've been humiliated in front of him!
He just walks away. I don't know if it's because he, like, hears Hiiragi or he just, like, is uninterested in the match. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That I think is kind of funny. Just, like, breaking the facade. Although, that was weird. Like, his face wasn't very animated for that, like, scream, but whatever.
Hiiragi's attacks were just like Nala said they would be.
No, they weren't. He didn't say they would be like anything.
Say, Adelie, are you sure about this? Aren't your guildmates gonna pick on you?
No one's like that in Moontree.
She's so offended.
How very broad-minded of them.
Huh, you don't believe me, do you?
No, I do.
Somehow I don't trust the way you say that, Alcade.
I said I believe you. Sheesh, you're stubborn. So, Aseo.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Oh, I know.
What is it? Come on, speak up.
well, I know. I'll email you later.
Dude, looking forward to it. Reading is so sexy. Okay, I'm done.
Weird girl. She just say what she wants.
I don't know, Aseo. Isn't that annoying when characters don't say what they want, or they don't say what they mean, or whatever? Aseo.
Did something happen offline?
No. I mean, I'm going to a faraway hospital.
Far away.
Oh, for your hand?
Specialist near where I live.
For your doll syndrome, or whatever?
Please don't worry about me. I'm just fine, see? I'll be back by the semifinals. Okay, see you later.
Bye. I hope you feel better. I don't understand the point of winning WP. I literally have no idea what it's for. I thought it was for, like... I thought it, like, measured your rank for the preliminaries, but I could be wrong. I anti-sleep and anti-fire. Did not see any sleep or fire attacks. Well, I don't know, Alcade fell asleep a few times I saw. But he used a lot of earth spells, not fire spells. I don't know, it was... I don't know. It's very strange I was given that armor in the first place. For such a non-problem of a fight. Like I said, they really want to try to make this game as easy as possible. But, what was I saying? The WP, yeah, I don't know why they bothered giving it to you. You know, when I was doing one of the post-game things in Volume 3, I discovered you can actually just fight in the arena, just for fun. Again. So maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know. Don't know if I showed it off in the last volume, but there is also a material shop here if you want to buy anything. I think it would have some more stuff than Mac Anu would have, but I think all of your top stuff is going to be in Doldona now. We have a missing person post. I'm searching for somebody. If anyone has any idea as to where they may be, please write a response to this thread or whisper me at Harukami. This is the person I am looking for. Remus, he's a steam gunner, and he's a male human. I have not heard anything from him since the recent server problem. I thank you all for your help. Maybe he just retired? Well, his member address always shows him as being online, but no matter how many short mails or whispers I send to him, he never responds. I do think that he's receiving them, though. At first, I thought that maybe he just didn't like me anymore, but I can't think of any reason why that might be. Man, that always sucks. It's kind of amazing. I wonder what he does in real life. Maybe he really is avoiding you? Even if you don't remember hurting someone, that doesn't always mean they weren't hurt. Man, ain't that the truth. But yeah, remember this kind of situation, because that's gonna come up in the future. In the fairly near future, actually. It's kind of like that similar IDA server problem where people were online but they weren't able to, like, communicate with other people. So we made it through our second fight, but we can't rest easy just yet. Never be proud of your success, as they say. So let's go through the ringer again. Let's go to some random area with Alcade. Oh, you bet I will.
What a nosy girl. Let's see.
It's so frustrating going through with this like gag over and over and over again. She was definitely my anime crush for this game when I played it like 10 years ago for the first time. And like back then, it was like definitely more appropriate to like have a crush on a girl like closer to your age like that, but because there was just like a couple years difference. But now it's like she's 16, dude, and I am like almost fucking 30. Like joke or not from the past, it's like, I don't know, should I just keep going with it, just up the creep factor as much as possible, as long as everyone knows it's just, you know, all in good fun, all in a joke, or should I just like lay off it? I don't know. At this point, it's just like, I don't know. That's the joke. She was my old anime crush. And it just like reminds me of like being infatuated with her back when I was younger. I don't know. Fictional crush. Doesn't really matter either way in the long run. Not like I'm gonna go to Japan and request an official marriage license to this made-up character. That's just weird. Oh, is that entrance? I was walking along that canyon when I saw a person casually walking along. This person looked as though his soul got... Whoa, okay. I think that's entrance? Yeah, so... You may be wondering, what the fuck happened to entrance? And oh boy, speaking of... It's so cute! It's so cute! I can't stand it. It's so adorable. But, like... The thing that made me fall in love with this picture the most was just, like... the he written on it, because it's like like every time I see Alcade I think like he because I'm remembering all of like the stupid anime crushes I had when I was a kid or teenager, young adult, I don't know, whatever. It's just it's cringy and amusing all at the same time. So, for that reason, I retire this desktop picture for that Alcade one, because I just figured, you know what, just run with it. Who cares? Who cares? No one cares. It's whatever, you know? But yeah, we got a lot of pictures here. You don't just get these background pictures from the message boards either. Some of those, when you go check in at your at-home, some of those prizes when you check in for the Ryu books are actual other wallpapers and stuff. And those are like more like official artwork or promotional artwork for like the series itself. Like cross-promotion too. Like you'll see Dot Hack Roots artwork in there, because if I haven't mentioned, Dot Hack Roots has like a kind of a different art style than the first series, or than the GU games do. I think a lot of them have like different voice actors too, which is kind of weird. Like I understand like maybe it's like a licensing thing where they couldn't get like the same people on board, or maybe it was like they were doing other things at the time they recorded it or whatever. But and I understand it for like certain things. But for GU in particular, it's just kind of weird because it's like, it's all the same story, you know? So, like, I don't know. It's just weird hearing Haseo being played by Yuri Lowenthal in the games, and then, like, as a completely different person. And it feels like a completely different person in Roots. Shino's different, but to be fair, Shino's barely voiced in GU, the game, anyway. I think Ovon's different too. I don't know. We'll have to go over that when I rewatch Roots. You just stop talking about it and just do it already, but I don't know. I need a little bit of a break now that I finished Volume 3. But anyway, so sorry for an awkward episode. I hope it's... whatever, bye.